Hey, how you guys doing? Tom Caserto here. Today I wanted to talk about something that's been going on for a really long time and hurting a lot of people and continuing to hurt a lot of people through life, and it's bullying. Um, so many people have probably experienced this or done this in their life, due to different things, in our family life growing up, things that confused us or gave us some sort of, yeah, caused some kind of confliction within us. And, you know, a lot of us will do these things in, as a reaction to some things that we go through or experience in our life. A lot of them do have to do with family and growing up and just internal anger, frustration, and so many different stories and untold stories that people probably go on to never tell in their lives. And I just wanted to share. And yeah, this is brought to my attention by a campaign going on by some guys in the UK, by Christopher Livermore and Ross Heath. They have a bullying, anti-bullying campaign. It's Anti-Bullying United, and you can find them on Facebook. And yeah, they're trying to raise awareness, to get people to take a closer look at why this is happening and how maybe how we can stop it from happening, and maybe come to some kind of understanding, or work on some solutions to really making kids aware of it, and also as parents giving the kids the right guidance and how to deal with their frustration, um, and whatever it is. But yeah, because as a kid, I actually, I moved around a lot from maybe age 6. Yeah, 6. I moved to, went to one school to another school, New York, and then moved to New Jersey. Went to a school, went there for about a year or 2 years, and then moved to Florida, and then went to a school over there, and then wound up coming back to New Jersey and going to a different school, and then having to leave something like a year later, and then moving to New Jersey again, or I'm sorry, Florida, and then to New Jersey, back to New Jersey the second time, and then going to another school, and then moving from that city to another city. And everywhere I went, I encountered some kind of bullies and different things like that. And as a kid, yeah, I dealt with these people, whatever, causing conflicts or testing me in different ways, and I was always pretty tough. So I dealt with whatever situation it was. But other people, of course, you'd see people getting bullied by different people and whatever. But yeah, I just noticed this happening, and even myself had some a lot of different conflicts in my mind growing up, and different anger that I had and frustration. And yeah, probably the age of 7, I wound up doing something to a kid. He was at my house. He was a friend of mine, and I wound up beating him with a snake because I had been beaten when I was younger. And yeah, I guess I just blacked out, and I don't remember really what happened, but I was just hitting him. He was like in a closet. I was beating him with the snake, and then my mother came in and grabbed it from me, and I think that's the last time I hung out with the kid. But for whatever reason, I went out and lashed out at this friend of mine and did that to him. I felt I felt bad about that my whole life, kind of forgot about it. But just came up sometimes, some periods of my life, thought about it. I was like, why did I do this, and what did I possibly do to him further in his life. And yeah, that. And then yeah, something happened to me when I was younger, actually, which is another reason, something that needs to be talked about. A lot of families in in all different countries, things happen like molestation, rape, and stuff like that. And when I was 5, I was molested by somebody, and just growing up and understanding it, later on, I mean, like, slowly. I don't even know how I came to understand it, but confusion came with that, and anger, and different emotions. And I wound up experiencing that stuff. And that was maybe one of the things also, along with other things, fighting in my family and stuff. these things happened, and I noticed, I did that to somebody. I was always nice to people and good to people, I feel like, but I was confused a lot of my life growing up, and didn't know how to deal with it. And martial arts helped me a bit, and then yeah, stopped doing that, and then wound up doing it again later on, and also went away from that again and kind of fell off. But I kept that was a good thing in my life that really helped me and helped. It does depends on the teacher you have, and can help structure and help release emotions that may be trapped. But yeah, that was one of the things that I've experienced in my life and came to understand. And then even when I was older, yeah, just different things. People with these ways of being, and then yeah, later on, like even just with my friends, just being just joking about telling jokes and maybe busting on somebody a lot, and just becomes like a habitual thing where a lot of people, we all do it. And I wound up doing that maybe, yeah, my younger years, maybe 13, 14, 15, 16, around that, to one of my friends. And even all our friends, we'd all talk crap about each other, and but one of them more so. And he's like the coolest one out of all of us, and he just took it well, and never really knew how he really felt about it, because he'd always brush it off, and we'd just BS. And later on, just recently actually, past like maybe a couple of years, he brought it up, and he was having a hard time in life, and he brought it up how we do that, and it felt a lot of frustration from it, and something that was never dealt with, and we never said sorry for it and stuff, and really hurt when I found this out, because I thought it was we were just younger and something we did, and I didn't really think that it bothered him that much or hurt him that much, but it really does. And I think we need to understand that what we say to people and do to people really can just change the way that they love people, and also, I mean, just the way that they love themselves, basically. Because like the molestation, a lot of people come out of it and have this bad self-worth, and maybe never feel like they're enough, and just have different problems arise from different things like that. And yeah, a lot of people maybe never feel worthy, and I've dealt with this over my life, and it's a strange feeling, to have somebody do that to you. And I just heard recently an R. Kelly thing that yeah, that some people that do that, I mean, wind up having to uh, having this happen to them. They come up with this, I mean, wind up having this bad self-worth, and disappointment in themselves, and everything, because parents tell people maybe not to be touched by somebody, but they don't explain, if it does happen, it's all right, it's not your fault. And that really was something that clicked the light on my head, and made me think about it, because really that might be something. But no parent, of course, wants to say, if it happens to you, it's not your fault, or even go that far into it. But that's actually something we maybe need to understand, if that is true, which it seems to be with me. And yeah, I just wanted to bring that up and explain, if you are watching this, any kids or whatever, and if you do feel these feelings and have done this stuff, you don't have to feel bad about it, and feel like you're a bad person. But it's just something that once you do become aware of it, try to understand. And as a kid, it's how do we really work through things like this. We don't really know how to deal with it or know what to do about it. And but yeah, as parents, if you see something like that happen to your kid, there's different conversations, and researching, even on Google, and just try to become more aware and understanding about what's going on and why he's doing it, and how maybe it can be worked out. And yeah, martial arts and sports and stuff probably is a great way to exert ourselves, and to gain confidence and different things through other things, instead of hurting people and getting that type of people getting used to that type of satisfaction, and to that routine of doing that, because then once you do it, it's like you're protecting yourself, and it's something that might, people get addicted to, because then you're protecting yourself. You have to hold this up, and you have to, you do it more often. You see somebody that might be, possibly a threat, and people will do that, or even just to show other people. Maybe that's why it happens a lot of times. People try to show some other people around them tough. I can, look what I can do. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing that they have this campaign going on, and this whole thing to bring awareness to all of this, because I haven't heard too much. You hear things about it, even the internet, like troll things and stuff like that. People do this and let out this frustration in different ways, and never even notice they're doing it. It's just like little things like hurting other people for whatever reasons. But it's a beautiful thing, and just want to shout out to these guys, and yeah, it's just a beautiful thing of love, more love into this world, which is we can use every bit that we can get, especially now, every time, and going in and out of this. A lot of crazy things probably happen at home. I've been hearing from other people that talk about it, and just it makes sense, like more molestations, more violence, more problems with kids, more frustration. Maybe they're quite possible, and more bullying will come out of this, and more people will be hurting people because of the frustration and crazy stuff that's going on right now with families and everything. So yeah, so you guys can follow the page if you want, and yeah, it's United Bullying, I'm sorry, Anti-Bullying United, and that's by Chris Livermore and Ross Heath, two good guys in UK. And yeah, I just wanted to shout out, and hope everybody's doing good. Much love to everybody, and take care, and stay healthy, stay active, and that's about it. All right.